start bench drop. Kieran Trippier,
Yeah.
Reece James, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh. I mean, Newcastle are losing currently, so I don't really want to be talking. But on the consistency base, I think I would take Trippier as a right back because he gives more defensively
Mm,
and attacking wise, and he's good at set pieces. Um, yeah, I think he's also a leader in that Newcastle team.
leader.
I think he stepped up massively over the last 2 years with Newcastle. So
Yep.
yeah, he would be a start for me because of those reasons. Um, ah, this is a difficult one. Well, obviously bias plays a massive part in it. So I would say Reece James on his day, unbeatable, attacking defensively, can pop up with goals also. So I would bench him. But obviously injuries don't help his cause. Trent this season has surprised me a lot.
Yeah. He
I
has.
think he's more of a midfielder. I can't see him as a right back. He's just not defensively there. He can pop up with a goal, which is big for teams, but defensively, I don't really think he's that good for this Liverpool team. Um, but yeah, I'll drop him in this case.
Why do you think Klopp's scared to play him in the midfield? Because Southgate's done it and he's flourished. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you think, Klopp? Do you think he's thinking the pace of the Premier League? Maybe he can't cope with the up and down, up the physicality. He's not the biggest guy. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, like, why do you think he's so reluctant to do that when everyone else is screaming out for him to do it? And
no, I
I kind of
can't.
think he wants to do it as well. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I think he won. I actually don't know what his reason would be for not starting him there.
Mm,
I mean, he's more of a physical presence than sort of McAllister, I would say. So why wouldn't you play him in the middle? I don't know. I
yeah,
honestly don't know. I don't know why he hasn't.
yeah. Um, I too will go with starting Kieran Trippier. Again, like he's saying, leader of men. He's done it on a consistent basis year in, year out. Did it in Spurs, did it in Atletico Madrid, now doing it at Newcastle. Is he the captain?
Yeah, he's the captain of
Yeah,
Newcastle.
captain as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think so anyway. I don't know whether Lascelles is captain currently.
Yeah, and like you're saying, he can ping the ball around the park as well, free kicks, corners, long passes, and stuff like that. So yeah, very much a fan of Kieran Trippier. I'm going to bench Trent. Um, on the basis again, yeah, like you're saying, he's just technically he's up there with the best for me. And I can see him becoming the future captain one day as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, the defense, yeah, like you're saying, he has to later on in life, I think he has to make the transition to midfield. The only reason I'm going to drop Reece James is just because of the injuries. That's the only reason why. But again, another guy who's technically good, man. You know, he's
Yeah.
doing free kicks and stuff like that. But yeah, injuries for me. Okay, start bench drop. William Saliba, Virgil van Dijk, Thiago Silva.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Now, to be fair, I don't think it actually is that tough. I think youth is on Saliba's side, so I would start Saliba. I think consistency. This guy is just unbelievable. Rolls Royce. Even yesterday, I know he had these sort of difficulties with Ollie Watkins, but um, no, so he seems so composed on the ball, controls sort of certain situations, and I think he can only get better. He can only get better. So I would start him. Uh, Virgil van Dijk, he's been immense over the last sort of five or so seasons with Liverpool. So yeah, I'd start, and he won the Premier League during that time. So and Champions League. So I'll give it to Virgil van Dijk to be on the bench and then drop Thiago Silva. I think the age probably
Yeah,
overall probably plays a part in this
yeah.
choice. But yeah, the Thiago Silva is just amazing. I think he's one of those sort of veterans that you said earlier on that's maybe trying to, but I think he's probably had enough now.
Because he's a winner, man. He's a
But
winner.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I too will start William Saliba just because oh my god. See, look, talking about this, look at this. Um on one of the start bench drops on our YouTube, I mean on our Instagram page, yeah. You spelled Nunes wrong. No point watching this video.
Oh God.
Like, do one. Like, actually do one,
Just
bruv.
because of a spelling.
Oh my God, go away then. Don't even comment. Like, why comment then, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Me, I'm just of the belief if I've got nothing good to say, don't say anything. That's
Yeah,
just
that's it. That's it.
anyway. Oh God, people like that just jar me off, bro. Miserable man. Miserable man. Yeah. I'm gonna start William Saliba.
Yeah.
Just because he has every trait that I want from a centre back. Virgil van Dijk again, staple of that Liverpool team, you know, as well as Salah and Mane and them. I feel like the team really became competitive when he got there and he showed up the back line.
Yeah.
And Thiago Silva only because of the age, but you know how much I like him, even though I'm an Arsenal guy. You know, phenomenal player. Start bench drop. Martin Odegaard, Bruno Fernandes, Dominic Solanke. Not Dominic Solanke, sorry, Dominic Szoboszlai.
You know what? I'm not a massive. I know a lot of people. They'll come for me with this one, but I'm not a massive Odegaard fan. I know he offers a lot for
Yeah.
Arsenal.
What's the reason behind that?
I just sometimes I don't. He's a luxury player. And sometimes that work rate, I don't see it sometimes from him. I think even yesterday, I think the work rate was off the ball wasn't there. I think Declan Rice is covering a lot of ground to help him out at the moment in time, and that's probably why I'm not much of a fan of him. Yeah, that's one reason why I don't really necessarily like him as much. I know he pops up with his goals and stuff, and has contributed quite a lot to Arsenal in the way they've been playing over the last 2 years. But yeah, off the ball, I don't think that work rate is there. Same as Bruno. Bruno is another one that these arms are up in the air. His work
Bad
rate
body
is
language guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
body
bad body
language is
language.
poor. Yeah. So, so with that in mind, I'll probably start Dominic Szoboszlai. Just he's different. Didn't really watch him that much in Germany. Obviously watched him a little bit for Salzburg in the Champions League games that he played.
Yeah.
And then there was links to him to come into Chelsea or Arsenal when he was playing in some of the international the Hungary games. So yeah, no, he's a different player. Has that sort of
Swag.
knuckleball
He's got
shot.
swag
Yeah,
as well.
he's got swag as well. So yeah, no, I think we haven't seen the best of him as of yet. I think there's more to his game. But yeah, I would start him at this moment. Bench Martin Odegaard because I do think he's a good player. I still do think he's a good player, but yeah, I think he gives more than Bruno. He gives more than Bruno at this moment in time. And then yeah, Bruno Fernandes probably bench. Like I said, I don't like his body language a lot of the time, and he thinks he's better than he actually is sometimes.
I'm going to start Martin Odegaard, number one, partly biased, but also like I just think like he's just so technically good at football, and
Yeah,
like the passes
yeah,
that he strings along and the positions he gets into is just man. And obviously he's not the vocal captain, the rah-rah kind of guy, but he leads by example. I like how he carries himself. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm gonna pick Martin Odegaard. Number two, Dominic. I'm gonna bench. I'm gonna bench Dominic Szoboszlai. Watched him a bit when he was playing in Austria. Liked him a lot. Again, watched him a bit when he was in Germany, and then now he's at Liverpool as well. Like, you know, he does get up and down a bit. He has got a bit to him, a bit of swag to him. He got a bit of a nasty side to him as well, which you always appreciate. And I think he'll go on to do amazing things at Liverpool. Maybe even for a bigger club. You never know. You never know. That's not me trying to disrespect Liverpool. I'm talking about like the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, those type of teams. I could potentially see him going there. And then Bruno Fernandes, we all know how technically he's good he is, but it's everything that comes with it, the body language, do you know what I mean? Like always complaining and stuff like that. And to be fair, he hasn't really had a good midfield built around him as well, to be honest. So have we seen the best of him? He had a year or two at United when he was like out of this world, but again, don't know if he's had the best midfield around him. All right. This one's gonna make you think because they're not like star player names. They're not like first come to your names. Is the next one I'm gonna do. Alexander Isak, Dominic Solanke, Nicholas Jackson.
Um, to be fair, I think this is all right for me. I think I can answer this. Yeah, I'd start Isak. He's got that something special about him. We saw that sort of Everton performance last season where he was just unplayable. He was coming up with assists, scoring. He had that little sort of touchline skill as well, where he's just laid it off to someone. You've seen the sort of special moments with Isak, so I would start him. Dominic Solanke would bench him. I think he's coming into his own now. He's coming into a sort of he's found his level with Bournemouth now, and I
Yeah.
think he's popping up with the goals. And I'm not going to lie, I think he's probably in contention to be a sort of shortlist for Southgate
But he
in
has
the
played for
Euros.
England before, I think he has, you know. I
Yeah,
think he did
yeah.
when I'm pretty sure I seen him play for England when they played Brazil like many years ago, I think, and he
Yeah, I
was on
think
that
he got
squad.
I think he got called up. Yeah, he got called up then. So yeah, he's in for a shout for the shortlist in terms of going to the Euros in Germany. So yeah, he's scoring goals at this moment in time. So I think that gives him a shout for going. And then Nicholas Jackson. I mean, yeah, he plays for my team, but I don't think he's a Chelsea caliber player at this moment in time. He may be good somewhere else. He may be good at another Premier League team, but not for Chelsea. I'm
Loan move?
sorry.
Do you reckon next season? Loan move?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so for him because you see glimpses. He is a
Yeah.
good player. He is a good player. He's just he does too much off the ball. He isn't a strike. He needs to be in and around the box. He
Yeah.
needs to just stay in one position, and he doesn't do that for
Yeah.
Chelsea.
He looks like he needs to put on a bit of weight as well. He looks a bit skinny, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah. But he's
Uh,
strong. He's surprisingly strong. He doesn't get knocked off the ball
yeah,
easy.
yeah. I'm gonna start Dominic Solanke.
Oh, okay.
Um, like you're saying, he's a guy who I fought for a few years. Like from very early, he was a baller for like England youth teams and like Chelsea, like youth level and stuff like that. Did the big move to Liverpool, never worked out for him again. Made the move to Bournemouth, took him a few years to settle, got relegated, came back with him and stuff. And yeah, man, I feel like he's gonna start like a 15 goal a year striker potentially. You know what I mean? Like 15 to 10 goals a year, which is for a team like Bournemouth, you're okay with that, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to start Dominic Solanke. I'm going to bench Alexander Isak again. I've been a fan of his ever since he was at Borussia Dortmund, Real Sociedad. The injury at the start of the year hasn't helped him, but again, like you're saying, last season he was just flying and scoring the goals. And then I'm going to drop Nicholas Jackson again. Just not quite ready for me. Um, Start bench drop. Michael Elise, Dejan Kulusevski, Leon Bailey.
Oh, this is tougher. I think
Yeah,
this one's tougher.
yeah.
Yeah, because all of them have had big moments. I think Elise had these moments this season already, even though he was injured a lot of it.
If Elise was
I
playing
think,
for England, do you think he'd be first team? Because with France, he's under
um,
21s.
yeah, I don't know to be fair.
Or
Yeah,
sub,
based off the
sub.
yellow, based on last season,
Yeah.
probably he would have been because I'm not seeing. I don't think we have many winger options really. I know we've got
Mm,
sort of Rashford, Sterling, Saka. But other than that, I'm not really. I've got Grealish as well. Sorry,
yeah.
but I don't think we have many winger options. So yeah, Elise would be in that shout,
Yeah.
in with a shout. I'm struggling who I would start to be fair.
Because they're all similar type of
Yeah,
like
they're all
level and
similar
stuff. Yeah.
players. They're
Yeah.
also we haven't seen. We've seen glimpses. We
Yeah.
haven't seen them on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
I think. Um, I like Elise. I'm going to start Elise. I think that we haven't seen a finished product yet. I think he could only get better as well. He's still young. I think he's probably the youngest out of all of them, really. Um, so yeah, I'll
Linked with your
probably.
club, and then he signed a new contract
I
extension.
know. To
That
be
was
fair,
crazy. That
I
was
was
like a day
really
after as well. That was
yeah,
crazy.
I was really excited to see him. I was getting really excited. I
I
thought,
didn't
oh,
want you
this is
lot to get him. I did not want Chelsea to get him.
this is the guy. Then who else? Who this is a tough one. Who else did you mention? So you said Kulusevski and then
Leon Bailey.
Leon Bailey. I say Kulusevski over Leon
Mm.
Bailey at this moment in time. I think Leon Bailey has been good though. But yeah, Kulusevski, big moment last week with that goal against City. Yeah, he's had these moments. He obviously scored against us this season. I think he's just on that side as well, on that right where he can cut in on these left. It's a bit like Ivan
Yeah,
Robin
yeah.
esque with the sort of cut in. So yeah, I would say him bench, and then yeah, Leon Bailey. Yeah, he's been good over the last sort of month or so. Yeah, came up with the big goal against City as well. Had a big performance there.
Yeah.
But still haven't seen a consistent basis with him. I
Yeah.
think we've seen him at Bayern Leverkusen where he was just scoring for fun,
Even
assisting
in
for fun.
Belgium, he was balling out as
Yeah,
well.
even
Yeah.
Belgium with Genk. Yeah, so yeah, we want to see it on a consistent basis. I think there is a player there, but yeah, we haven't seen the best as of yet.
I'm going to start Dejan Kulusevski, but I prefer to watch Olise play football. That's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah,
Kulusevski, because you're saying like when you was saying it just before you said it in my head, I thought Arjen Robin because when he does cutting on the left, I'm very scared. If I'm being completely honest with you,
yeah.
because he has got a shot on him and he is potent. Um. So yeah, start him. I'm going to bench Michael Olise. I love watching that guy play football, man. And that Crystal Palace team is a fun team to watch. And their strikers let them down heavy, man. They just
Yeah,
haven't got potent
yeah.
strikers. I feel like if they did, like, you know what I mean, like better than Ayu or Eduardo, like they would be scoring like good
Mm,
goals. And then I'm gonna drop Leon Bailey just because again it's just form. This year good, but you just want to see on a consistent basis now.
yeah.
This one's really gonna piss people off, Eve. Um, start bench drop. Eddie Nketiah, Gal Pedro Brighton,
Okay.
Huang He Chan Wolves. If I said his name wrong, forgive me, Lord.
um, oh, this is a tough one.
Yeah,
This is a really tough one, to be fair. I think this is defo preference who you kind of want as a sort of striker winger. Yeah, I like João Pedro. I really do like João Pedro. So I would start him. I think Brighton got a really good deal from Watford. What was it, 30 million in the
30
summer?
mil.
So
Yeah, 30 mil.
yeah, it was a good deal. He's still young. I think he's only 22, 23. Yeah, still a young player. He's popped up a lot for them in the Europa League or whatever it's called this season. I don't know what it is
Conference
called this
over.
season.
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, no, I like him. I think we haven't seen the end product from him yet, the finished product yet. But yeah, no, I think he's a good player. Then this is a tough one.
Do it.
Outside Eddie Nketiah, man. Eddie Nketiah. I don't, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. He's on the bench for me. There's something about Eddie. I can't explain it. He's just a fox in the box. If there's something around him, I think he'll score. He'll score. If
Do you think
in
Arsenal
and
fans
around the
don't
box.
appreciate me included? Do you think Arsenal
No,
fans
no.
don't
I
appreciate that?
think you do appreciate it when he scores.
Yeah, when you score, yeah.
When he scores. But I think those games where he's very quiet and the service hasn't necessarily been there. I think people are very critical of him,
Yeah.
which is quite yeah. I think it's tough sometimes hearing that. But yeah, no, I think he's a good player. I think maybe Arsenal isn't his level, but um, we'll see. We'll see with due time whether he'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's a good striker. I think he's got that sort of Ian Wright playing style as well. Do you not think? In around, he's a good finisher. Do you not think?
Nah, I don't think so, man.
You
Obviously,
don't
Ian
think he's a
Wright.
good
I,
finisher?
I I think Ian Wright was before our time, but like from the clips we've seen,
Yeah,
I think Ian Wright could create something from nothing, though. Do you know what I
Yeah, but he
mean?
was playing with another striker. That's the thing. He's probably
It's true.
playing with
It's
another.
true.
If Eddie had someone tall or a sort of the hold up player, that target man with him, I think Eddie would be lethal, man.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Um, and then
Yeah.
I'd probably drop Chan, although he's had a brilliant season this year. He's been in top form. But Wolves don't really excite me. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't really excite me too much.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start Chan.
Okay,
Me. I'm gonna start Chan. Because again, like you say, they're not the most exciting team, but I feel like him, similar to, I'm not just saying this because they play for the same team. I feel like him and Jota, if he went to another team, you would see more of Chan. Do you
yeah,
know what I'm
I
saying? I
agree.
feel like he is a good football player. And what's he got? Is it seven? Is either 7 goals or 7 assists? Either one of those
Yeah,
two this
yeah.
season. But like he's done his job. Spurs got a penalty, by the way. Sonny's about
God,
to
they're
take it. It's about to
battering.
be 4-0. Yeah, bullying them. But Newcastle, they're riddled with injuries, isn't it? They're not.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
been the
it.
best for them. Yes, I'm gonna start Chan. I'm going to bench. I'm gonna bench João Pedro.
Oh god.
I'm gonna bench João Pedro. He's come up big for Brighton. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying in the Europa Conference League and stuff, and in the Prem, he scored some pivotal
yeah.
goals. And I'm going to drop Eddie and Nketiah, bruv. That's what I'm doing. That's I'm standing on business. That's what I'm doing, bro. All right. 4-0 Spurs. Um, start bench drop. Last two. Lucas Paqueta, Enzo Fernandez,
Mm.
John McGinn.
Yeah, I'm starting John. Yeah, I think this is quite easy for me. What I've said previously. So, yeah, John McGinn gives you 7 out of 10 every week.
Yeah.
Popped up with a goal. Um, has been instrumental to this Aston Villa team at this
Yeah.
moment in time. Got good body strength as well. He was bullying people. I think, yeah, what Yaya Toure says about Eden Hazard with the bum sort of
Yeah.
situation. John McGinn has that sort of strength on his bum. Um, yeah, John McGinn would start for me. Paqueta, bench, uh, seeing the sort of flair that he's had this season and last season, um, would really fit into that sort of City team. I think if he went in the summer,
You think they try to get him
uh,
in the summer now, seeing that they're gonna sell
yeah, but
Phillips?
I don't know. So he's meant to have that sort of betting scandal as well. So they're
Oh
sort of
yeah. Yeah.
investigating that. So I think that's what kind of had the deal off because of
Mm,
the betting scandal. So
yeah.
we'll have to see what happens with that. What's the outcome to that? But yeah, no, I think he could play in City or a top team in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Very flary player. I think it's tough at West Ham because they don't really play expansive football. But yeah, no, he stands out like a sore thumb there. So yeah, no, he's a good player. And then Enzo, like I said, time and time again, I've just not seen the what he's good at. I don't know what he's necessarily good at. I know he's had that performance against
8-year
Brighton.
contract.
I
8-year
know, 8-year
contract.
contract. The sort of fee isn't adding up to me at this moment in time. Like I said, I've been very patient with these sort of players that have come in on these long contracts, but I think I've got to start being a bit more critical of it. And I don't know what he's good at this moment in time.
You know when you hear players like ex-players say, when you give a guy an 8-year deal, I think Wrighty said it like, if you're giving me an 8-year deal, I'm not working hard, bro, because I know I'm set for the next 8 years. Like I'm basically seeing out my career. Do you think that like there's truth to that? There must be some truth to that, in it. Like,
Not when you're 21 years of age and like you've got to sort of prove that he's a World Cup winner. This
is
guy,
it
this guy's a
coaching?
World Cup
Is
winner.
it coaching? Do you think, or is it just team structure as a whole? Like, what's going on there? Because a lot of your
It
boys have
must
got
be a
8-year
team structure. It
deals.
must be a team structure. This sort of chemistry isn't there at this moment in time. There isn't a leader that's sort of galvanizing
Mm,
the team, and they don't want to sort of play for each other.
yeah,
Um, and although we play nice football at this moment in time, but I want us to win games. I don't
yeah,
necessarily want us to play good football.
Yeah.
Want us to win games.
All right. I'm going to start John McGinn as well. Oh wow, they could have just made it 5-0. I'm gonna start John McGinn again as well. Again, baller man. And like I said before, if he looked like quote unquote more sexier, I feel like he'd
Yeah,
be getting talked about more. Um, I, I don't know if a big team would come into him. Obviously, he's the
I
captain
think
of
he'll
Aston
stay. He'll
Villa.
stay.
Yeah,
He'll
he's the captain
stay
of
there.
Aston Villa. You know, he
Yeah,
just signed a new contract extension. I think he's there
yeah,
for like another 5 years as well. So
yeah.
yeah, like if they can build upon that, especially with Unai Emery as well, you know, they can be a staple. The Premier League's the best league, man, honestly.
Mm.
Um, bench Lucas Paqueta because again that flair, you know what I mean, he's got that swag as well. And yeah, like you're saying, if he was playing for a team that played more expansive football, had more ball possession and stuff like that, I think you'd see more of him. And again, Enzo Fernandez, a guy who again in Benfica, you know, was balling out, but again, it's the best team in the country, so they're gonna get ball possession. But he played good in the World Cup as well, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just to probably just take some time to adapt to England and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if he speaks the language,
Mm.
climate, what family, you know what I mean? All these things play into
Yeah.
consideration. Last one, Eve. Start bench drop. Jack Grealish, Gabriel Martinelli, Alejandro Garnacho.
Um. Yeah. I'd start Martinelli. He's yeah. He remains a fixture in that Arsenal team. He's a big part of it on the wing. I think maybe not so this year. Um. But yeah, you know what you're getting from him. He's a hard worker off the ball as well, which I like a lot, and
Yeah.
he shows a lot for Arsenal fans. I think Arsenal fans respect that a lot. So um, yeah, I think he starts for me. Um, based on this, based on previous performance or recent performances, I would say Garnacho starts for me. Um, yeah, Billy does on Wednesday. To be fair, I think he was their real spark for United on Wednesday against Chelsea. Just wants to be direct as well.
He
Wants
wants
to
to be
be
the
direct.
best.
Yeah, wants to be the best as well. He's always going for the bicycle kick. Tried the bicycle kick against us as well. So, um, yeah, I like Garnacho, and I think United fans should be happy with him at this moment in time. Probably not on the team's performances, but Garnacho is it's their sort of light at the moment. And then Jack Grealish, I saw a bit of the game today. He looked all right. He scored his goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He hasn't sparked anything this season. He was obviously good last season, but yeah, I've not been too impressed with him. So I'd bench him. Um, not bench him, drop him.
I'm actually gonna start Garnacho. You know what I mean? Like I just like everything about this kid, man. Like balls
Mm.
out, he's got swag, he's got some will say arrogance. Oh, Joe Linton just scored. I think he may be offside. Um yeah, man, I'm gonna start Garnacho. I like everything about him. I like his swag. I like that he plays with a bit of flair. Because you
Yeah,
know, it's, they were talking about it today. Like, why is flair taken out of the game of football nowadays? That's another conversation for another day. But yeah, like I like everything about this kid. He wants to be the best. You can just see it in his mentality and how direct he is with the
yeah.
football. And he's unapologetically himself, and I very
Mm.
much appreciate that. I'm gonna bench Gabriel Martinelli again. This season hasn't been the best of seasons for him, but he's a workhorse, and you know he's a staple in the Arsenal team. And then drop Jack Grealish again, come back from an injury, seen a bit of here and there. Obviously, he scored the other day and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna drop him.